Chapter 1. The First Cracks in the Illusion. For most of my childhood, I didn't question the world around me. I played the role I'd been given: student, friend, son, without ever suspecting that it was just that, a role. I laughed when I was supposed to laugh, got in trouble when I was expected to, and tried to blend in with everyone else. It wasn't that I didn't fit in. I did. At least, on the surface. But there was a constant, quiet ache, as though some part of me had been left behind somewhere far away. I would stare at the stars longer than most people found comfortable, and sometimes I would get the strange, unshakable sense that they were staring back. By the time I reached high school, the feeling had intensified. I began having what I could only call episodes. They didn't last long, sometimes just a few seconds, but they left me shaken. I would be sitting in class, trying to focus on a teacher's voice, when suddenly the walls would shimmer, as though I was looking at them through heat waves. And then, I wouldn't be there anymore. I would find myself standing in places I didn't recognize. A shoreline under two suns. A sprawling city of luminous spires. Sometimes a chamber with no doors or windows, only patterns of light shifting across the floor like living constellations. These visions were so vivid, so tangible, that I could smell the air, feel the temperature, and hear sounds that defied description. At first, I convinced myself they were daydreams. Imagination. Stress, maybe. But deep down, I knew better. Something in my chest stirred each time, an odd magnetic pull toward the truth. Then came the night that changed everything. I woke from a dream so intense it left me trembling. It wasn't just an image, it was a memory. I was standing on a high terrace, looking out over a vast ocean of light. In the distance, a colossal structure floated effortlessly above the horizon. I knew that place. I knew its name, though the sound of it dissolved the moment I tried to speak it aloud. That night, I wrote it all down in a notebook I kept hidden. I didn't understand why, but I felt it was important. Only a week later, I received the first sign that I wasn't imagining any of it. It happened after school. The hallways were nearly empty, just the sound of my footsteps echoing off the lockers. That's when I noticed a man standing at the far end of the corridor, dressed in a charcoal suit. I didn't recognize him. He wasn't a teacher, and he didn't look like a parent waiting for a student. He just watched me. I turned the corner to leave, and there he was again. No footsteps, no sound, just suddenly there. He smiled, calm, knowing, like he'd been expecting me. Then he said something I will never forget. "It's time we talked about where you're from."